Tonight, we remember Gerald E. Talbot, the first black legislator in Maine who passed away over the weekend at 94 years old. Governor Mills calling him the most storied champion for civil rights. Tonight, our Jamie Azoulay talking to people and visiting the places impacted by his leadership.
Honoring a life of service and activism, the Gerald E. Talbot Community School here in Portland is just one way his legacy will live on. Elected in 1972, Gerald E. Talbot became Maine's first black legislator. He sat down with Maine's Total Coverage to tell us about his career in 2021.
I didn't know anything about the legislature, but then I learned. And they learned. The legislature learned too. They created a different organization, which is human rights, and they made me a member of the civil rights organization.
He served 6 years in Augusta, fighting against racial, housing, and sexual discrimination.
We always got room to move ahead, but sometimes it takes longer than others. But you have to take strides in how well you're doing.
Before his time in the State House, Talbot pioneered the first NAACP chapter in Portland. Committed to civil rights, Talbot participated in the March on Washington with Martin Luther King Jr.
Always have respect for everybody. Martin Luther King said that. Always have respect for everybody.
And Talbot was a family man. Alongside his wife Anita, he raised his children in Maine. Children who grew up following in his footsteps. State Senator Rachel Talbot Ross and Portland City Councilor Regina Phillips are two of his daughters. He was also passionate about education and is a U.S. military veteran.
I'm proud to be who I am.
Now, Talbot's community remembering a man who they say meant so much to so many. Governor Janet Mills writing, his courage, compassion, and determination in the cause of human rights have improved the lives of countless people. Congresswoman Shelley Pingree referring to Talbot as a trailblazer, an icon, and one of Maine's great moral leaders. In a letter sent to families, Portland's superintendent wrote that Mr. Talbot would often ask to be driven by here to check on his school. It was named in his honor back in 2020. Reporting in Portland, I'm Jamie Azoulay, Maine's Total Coverage.